Shelling of the Novorossian city of Donetsk is continuing practically non-stop, with shells landing in civilian areas after mediator talks failed Saturday. Militia and Kiev's forces are fighting for the Debaltseve sector when 7,000 Kiev troops was almost surrounded by forces of People's Republics. Officials of the DPR said at least 3 civilians have been killed and 14 civilians have been injured by Ukrainian artillery fire targeting residential areas overnight. The continued violence prompted Donetsk authorities to keep all schools closed until Wednesday. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry travels to Ukraine. He will offer public backing of Kiev's regime on Thursday. He will meet with self-styled Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko and other so-called senior Ukrainian leaders. It's the public version which U.S. State Department announced last Friday. In fact, Kerry moves to Kiev for inspection and briefing his Kiev puppets. However, official Kiev waits rewards for less actions in Donbass when Kiev's military restored full-scale war and prevented PSS tried to deny sanctions for Russia. But Kiev forget any Obama administration's back is flash in the pan. Not long time ago, Obama administration was supplying military aid to so-called Libyan liberal opposition. Now, Islamic State, which was main part of that Libyan opposition, is claimed terrorist organization, and Obama denies any official help for it. It's not the future which Kiev will like. The negotiators of the contact group on Ukrainian reconciliation failed to sign a final document on results of the talks in Minsk. Further, likely Minsk talks was failed. The People's Republics insisted that Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko gave the order to his troops to stop all hostilities before any document could be signed. They also want to renegotiate the disengagement line that would separate territories controlled by Kiev and the People's Republics to correspond to their latest military advancement. Ukraine insists that the territories it lost over January, including the ruins of Donetsk International Airport, should be surrendered. These terms of agreement are unacceptable for DPR and LPR because it's a capitulation, while People's Self-Defense Forces of Donbass are smashing demoralized Kiev's army in the battlefield. Apparently, Kiev's policy headquartered in Washington doesn't concern in any rational form of talks. The hopes of Kiev to be a valuable tool of US foreign policy are a bad idea by the one important reason. US never was careful with its tools. Further, Obama's administration doesn't interested in peace in Ukraine. According to the Times, 8 former senior US officials would issue an independent report on Monday urging Washington to send $3 billion in defensive arm and equipment to Ukraine, including anti-armor missiles and reconnaissance drones. Apparently, it's not enough for victory, but it's enough for raising a wave of clashes in the calm areas of frontline. In accordance with this fact, the terms of peace agreement proposed for People's Republics and personality of Kiev's representatives in Minsk who haven't any formal authority in Ukraine, anyone can easily forecast the future of Ukrainian crisis. The escalation. Ukraine is quickly turning from ordinary failed state controlled by foreigners into zone of instability and full-scale war. Like Somalia, but much worse and in the center of Europe. This zone will be used not only for political, economical and maybe military aggression against Russia. Also, this zone would be used against Europe. The EU concerned in US geopolitical game against Russia becomes victim of this game, and it's an expected fact for the European establishment.